Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Psych Investigator. Everybody. Welcome to the Psych Investigator. So, guys, it's Saturday, about 6 p.m. Eastern Time, December 20th. I'm back recording after, dealing with this cold/flu that affected my voice. My voice is back, but now I have cough at night. I woke up so early this morning coughing, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I know it gets less and less every day, but it's crazy, right? It's crazy. Anyway, but I wanted to come back. I have a lot to do. I'm doing a lot for this trip that's coming up very soon. And that's why I'm like a little behind on the news and the videos. But I wanted to do there's a lot of topics and I want to do really quick updates. So let's do that. Let's ask for protection. I'd like to ask for protection, a beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head as I breathe in. I fill my lungs as I breathe out, a greater circle, a greater circle. I step into it, I step into it. I feel protected, I feel connected. I'd like to ask that information come only from the highest sources, that I create the good and all the goodness. So it is. Oh, okay. So let's go to those files that were published, right? The partial files that have omitted him. All right. Okay, let's get started. So I was looking for a photo that that Keith Edwards used for his as a cover for his video, but I don't know that I can't find the source. But basically, we saw that there's no photos featuring trash, only Bill Clinton and others. So what's going on with that? Okay, and how are we gonna see that? How are these files going to come through? Wow, it's so interesting. I see this image of like as if there's like clouds in the sky, and then there's like what he's doing. He's pulling a little string that draw a few photos, and then like behind him, there's also the same mechanism. Someone pulls it, and all these like files bury him. There's so much information. So all he has done is to show the stuff that he's not. And it's saying there's so much information, so much. And the Democrats have it, others have it, other countries have it. So, okay, so is that going to come about? It's saying, it shows me that, and even NATO, a lot of countries use it to like kind of blackmail him or push him to do certain things. So, is it going? No, it's saying it will come out. I don't know, soon or not soon. How is that? It's saying I see there's like some people send me Dropbox links of this. And so it shows me that it will come out almost like, even like a hacker kind of thing. You know how, remember WikiLeaks, how they did that to the Democrats' documents, and now it's there. So, okay. So what's going on with this? Yeah, he still is spiraling. That's what I see. And they're pushing this agenda very desperately. But it shows that there's a lot of disagreements behind the scenes. And by the way, I want to talk about that woman. Guys, I don't know. Maybe I should just do a video with all of it because it's connected. That woman, Elise Stefanik. Did you see that she was running for governor, which, I mean, she objectively has very had low chances of winning anyway, because New York is not a Republican state, and she's also very unlikable. And then she suspends that and said that she's leaving Congress. And I was surprised. I mean, she's already kind of sold herself, right? And now she's just turning around. And that's to me, I want, honestly, once she announced it, I wonder why. Okay. And I know, guys, I've said before I got sick, I was doing one topic per video, and I think I want to go back to that. But today, just because I don't want to use cards for some reason, I feel like I'm like warming back up. I think these things are all connected. Okay, so but let me just go back to let me ask here, back to the Epstein. So it's saying that the whole government is it's like underpins the entire administration, the Epstein situation, because he is connected. And so, we know that there's a lot of these guys are like, you have to be compromised in order to work for this administration, right? I mean, let me get this, even though it's a no cards, that's just a few here. Okay, so what's going on with that? With the Epstein files and the spiraling of the administration. Let's see what comes up. Gift. And it's interesting how there's a lot of donations. Let's see here. Surprise, an expected surprise. But what is the gift? It's financial gift. Let's see what's next here. Man. The man give. So I think, is it the black? That's right, the black male. Does it make sense? So I think a lot of it has to do with Trump. And it's like, don't you think? I feel like they're saying, yes, blackmail is the core of his power, isn't it? But it's also how he gives up power. It's how he wins power, but he gives it up by letting people like Putin dictate the scenario, because Putin has the dirt on him and has bankrolled him in the past. So, so what's next here for the Epstein information regarding Trump? Oh, no, no misfortune, burning building, remember? Oh, no. Expect now, I talk about this card sometimes. There's somebody waiting by the terrace. In other words, looking out onto something that's coming. So it's incoming. What else? Oh, enemy. Owned by the enemy because of the secrets. And it's saying it's going to come out no matter what. Okay. And yeah, it's interesting. It shows me, as I'm asking what's going on over there in the White House, it shows me like a theater prop set, that you have the thing, the facade work going on, but behind the scenes is just collapsing. And so we have to wait and see. Okay. Yeah, we're going to push it to the very end. And the truth they can't stop the truth anymore. So, and it's saying the truth is the whole thing of the truth shall set you free. That is the case here too. Okay. All right. So let's move to the next subject. Okay, let's see. Stefanik. Elise Stefanik. All right. All right. So let's go here. Elise Stefanik drops out of New York governor's race and will leave Congress. Ms. Stefanik, a Republican congresswoman and staunch ally of President Trump, abruptly ended her bid to unseat Governor Kathy Hochul and said she would not seek another House term. The decision was a stunning turnabout for one of the Republican Party's most ambitious stars, and it upended what was set to be a high-wattage governor's race. In a statement posted on social media, Ms. Stefanik framed her motivation as a mix of political pragmatism and family priorities, but allies privately acknowledged that years of intra-party fighting and a series of embarrassing disappointments at the hands of Mr. Trump had taken a toll. Okay. So now it's interesting. As I look immediately, what I get is that she is looking at Marjorie Taylor Greene, and she's seeing how she thinks that Marjorie is very clever because she sees the writing on the wall, and she's positioning herself as a post-Trump person. And I see Stefanik. She sees that there's no room for her, that the tech bros don't want her, not interested, and that she's gotten very involved with the whole, like, all the finance guys with the whole what is it called? The whole the Columbia thing, the anti-Semitism thing. And it got, I think, in a way, she has job offers or possibilities. Like, she's fine with her career. She could make more money in the private sector. And also, she just knows that she's smart enough to understand that the writing is on the wall. And she's, again, looking up to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay. So what's going on with Stepanik? I see that she's seen those files, actually. Like, just, I mean, and I think in a different way, but similar to Marjorie, she sees the writing on the wall, and she knows that she can't defend that. And that she's kind of giving them the cold shoulder because that's how they have been treating her. And I see that all these tech bros don't care about her, and they don't disrespect her. They don't appreciate everything she's done. Okay. So she realizes she needs to step out before it's too late. And I see that she's like, I've done everything. I've been the perfect employee, and I've kissed all the S's, right? I could. And here I am, and they don't respect me. So I'm going to leave. So good for her. Good for her. So what happens next? I think she might actually vote against a lot of the Trump things because again, it's funny. She really wants to be like a different, not exactly the same mold as Marjorie, but because did you know that she used to be like fairly moderate as a Republican? Sounds crazy. But she got on the Trump train for her careerist reasons, right? That she saw, oh, if I align with him, my career could explode very quickly. And look at where it is now. It didn't quite work out the way she wanted. So what's going to happen next? I see that, yeah, I think she's vindictive in a different way. She will vote against certain things. And yeah, I think she feels very humiliated, or she's angry and again, a different way than Marjorie, but similar. Like, her behavior, she's not as confrontational. No, she can be, right? But she's not the same person as Marjorie, but it feels like it. So why, let's see here, what the cards, why did she do that? Lies. Okay, lies, money. Oh, here, okay, what is this? Beef. Oh, I feel like for some reason, I feel like the corruption of the family, the financial corruption and all that, it's just too much for her. What's going to happen to her next? Okay, this is message. Party. Oh, that's right. Look, the party, I think, is the EPS thing. Ideas. So plans about, this is like, now the message is about the parties. That could be the EPS files, right? So she's planning around that. So what is she going to do in between now and the time when she leaves Congress? Sick. Okay, that makes sense, Judge. Here it is, sadness. So I think it could also be, again, the outcome of the files. So again, I feel like it's not that I did not like her at all, but she's made the right decision. I don't know that there will be a future for her in politics, really, because being a Republican from New York is just very difficult, especially one that aligns with Trump, right? Because it's not a state that is conservative. It just isn't. So interesting. Yeah. At least I'm glad that she, has a spine in a way. But yeah, I think she wants to reinvent herself. And guys, she went to Harvard. She pretends to be dumb, but she's actually smart, book smart. So I think she's probably wanting to reinvent herself in some other way because I feel like she feels like she's done so much more and so much better than so many others, but she wasn't promoted because at the end of the day, it's a boys' club in the conservative worlds, right? So living and learning, right? Okay. So so this is another that's just another subject, and then I'll go. Okay, again, I'm gonna go back as soon as I catch up on things. I will go back to the the usual. Now let's look at the Venezuela thing. Let's see. It's so, oh my God, it's so crazy. Let's see how the Venezuela situation is going here. All right. All right. So what's going on? Okay. U.S. Coast Guard boards tanker carrying Venezuelan oil. The vessel, which was flying a Panamanian flag, was not on a list of tankers under U.S. sanctions. All right. Okay. So, and I saw a comment online saying if he can do that to Venezuela, why not do it to Russia? But we know why, right? So, what is going on with this thing, this whole Venezuela thing, and then distract, saying distract. What's going on here? Let's see what's going on here. Hope woman visit. I wonder if it's about changing the subject. Okay. So what's going to happen is what will be the outcome of doing this to this second tanker, right? Because it's a message, a house here ending. Wow. Why? Why would it end something? Baby. Love. That's it. Wow. Is that creepy? Yeah, that's right. For a long time. So think about it. Baby love, long time. What is it? It's BEDO situations. Okay. So that's right. They want to do bombastic things. They have to do these things to distract. It's literally like saying, just don't look here, look over there. So, how far is this going to go? I see he's pushing it with the weird, like he has a map. Trump has a map, pushing like with chopsticks, a little boat. But it's sort of like to push away the conversation. I don't think I know. Okay, they have plans to try. We could all see that they are interested in the oil and such, but to me, it feels very much like a distraction, right? To not look at what's really happening and look at this instead. So, how far will this go? See, it's funny. It says 8 days, and then it's not going to go very far. I don't think so, because again, there's nefarious motives here, right? So very interesting, very interesting. Wow, wow. No, really. Very interesting. So, okay. So, so guys, okay, wow. So that's it for today. Okay, and thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye.